Manchester United 1, Leeds 2. Post-match immediate reaction. And I'm going to start. I feel like I need to start with probably the biggest moment in the game, apart from the goals and the scoreline, obviously. Of course, it's the red card. I don't think I've ever seen such a bad, poor decision in all my time watching football. I don't understand how a room of blokes, and I hope I don't sound old-fashioned here, but a room of men in that diddy little VAR room have gone back and watched the replay, looked at the incident and thought, that is pure violence. It has to be one of the most LGBTQ plus decisions I've ever seen on a football pitch. I'm going to try to find footage. I don't know if I'm going to find or be able to extract footage, this quickly after the game. But from what I remember, they've gone up for a header. Martinez has obviously put his hand, on the back of Calvert-Lewin. Which, to be fair, you shouldn't do, probably. But, you're going up for a header. Your arms are out there, aren't they? His hand has sort of caught the ponytail. From what I remember, it was between his fingers. And he lets go pretty much as soon as he realises he's got hold of the hair. There's nothing violent about that. I've seen more violence in chess matches. And I don't even watch chess. Calvert-Lewin's, like, the hair bubble, the hair tie, it doesn't even come out. And then, not only the VAR guys, but the referee has gone there and stood and watched the footage and decided, yeah, pure violence, mate. Martinez off. I don't know, man. I mean, the modern game, we all know the modern game's soft, but I didn't realise it was that bad. I've said for a long time I don't like the way football's going. It is way too soft. Like, it's better than what it was in the 80s, two-footed challenges. You don't want to see any of that, but accidentally accidentally getting caught in someone's ponytail. Like, he wasn't even pulling it. There wasn't even, like, any action to show that there was any violence. Actually, as it turns out, the sending off seemed to be quite good for Man United, didn't it? Like, they actually started playing better down to 10 men. And it's because they just said, sod it, let's just go for it. We're 2-0 down, we're down to 10 men. How much worse can it get? What's the difference between losing 2-0 and 5-0? We might as well go out on our shield. And they did. And actually, they created a lot of opportunities and potentially could have gone on to draw or win the game. So you've got to say fair play to Carrick there for just, going for it. In terms of the performance, though, before and even after the red card, the one word that I'd probably use to describe it was sloppy. Or maybe even rusty might be a better descriptive word. Rusty. How long ago was it since Man United played their last game? I think it was like 25 days ago was the last time Manchester United played a competitive game of football. Obviously, they've been training. Obviously, there's been like internationals, so some of the players have been playing. But 25 days is a long time out as a team to not play football. And you saw it. It was a very rusty performance. We can go through the whole team. Lammens, who is usually so reliable, so good with his feet, almost cost us a goal. He made some very good saves, of course, but his reliability wasn't there. And he's usually one of the most reliable people on the pitch. Mazraoui as well. Ever since he's come to Man United, he has been, he's not a great player. He's not outstanding, but he's a solid, 6 out of 10 player every single game. And he was sloppy. He was rusty. Euro was terrible. Sloppy, rusty. And you could see it. Martinez, too violent. Rusty. Casemiro, rusty. Even Bruno, misplaced passes, overhit passes, rusty. Who else was there? Ahmad, he took that very poor first touch. He was through on goal, wasn't he? Very strong and loose first touch. Very rusty. Cunha struggled to get into the game, and I think in the first 20 minutes of the game I didn't even realise he was playing. Lost the ball a lot. Sloppy, rusty. And yeah, like that's just the way the performance went. The result, it's a shame. Losing to a relegation candidate, not a good look. And it's the second time this has happened under Carrick. United lost to West Ham as well. It's not looking great. And on the subject of Carrick, when you're down to 10 men in here, you're looking to win the game. He brought on Bruno and Dalot. Yeah, fair enough. But then you look at the bench. You got a player like Shea Lacey, an exciting young player. When he came on, that time under Amorim, he was very impressive. He lit up the stadium. He took players on. He shot from 30 yards out and nearly scored. That's the sort of light and excitement that you need in these circumstances. You need to get the crowd going. Someone like Shea Lacey, and I'm not saying Shea Lacey was the answer here, no way, but that type of substitution, I feel, when the Man United decided that they were going to go for it down to 10 men, I feel like that's something that you go ahead and do. Just put Shea Lacey on. What's the worst that can happen? Like I said, you're already down 2-0, you're down to 10 men. Stick him on, get the crowd going, and see what happens. And that's my biggest, or one of the biggest worries that I have with Carrick right now. I'm not sold on him completely. I've made that known in my previous videos. I want him to do well, of course, but there's so many question marks against him. And one of them, on the note of Shea Lacey, is Carrick doesn't use youth players. He's not bringing the youth through. If we think about Amorim, he had Heaven in his starting lineup. He was becoming like a mainstay in the team. And of course, I understand there was more opportunity for Heaven to play. There's in Amorim's system, they play 3 at the back, 3 centre-backs. Now under Carrick, they only have 2 centre-backs. Like, I understand there's more competition for places now. But he hasn't been seen since Amorim left and since Carrick took over. And then you think about all the players that Amorim used during his time. Think of players like Harry Amas, Tyler Fredrickson, Fletcher, young Fletcher, Obi, Shea Lacey. Off the top of my head, I can't remember too many more, but there was an obvious emphasis on bringing youth through, and we have definitely not seen that under Carrick. And I understand, actually, like, to play devil's advocate here against my point, like, Carrick isn't the permanent manager, so maybe he's feeling like he doesn't have the time to use youth players. He wants to use, the proven players to get the best results possible, to put him in the best position to get the permanent job. I understand that, but at the same time, there are opportunities to bring the youth through, like I'm saying today. But those were basically the main points. It was a very flat, poor performance. Yeah, it was just a rusty performance. The next game is in 4 days against Chelsea, which is a huge clash. It's a clash essentially for the Champions League spots. Not the type of form that Manchester United want to go into the game in. But of course, Chelsea lost 3-0 to Man City, so it's all up for grabs. I'm going to do a proper, more tactical, in-depth breakdown over the next day or so. This is just an immediate reaction. Let me know how you feel in the comments. Do you feel the same way? Do you think I'm talking a lot of crap? Do you think I'm waffling? I am waffling, to be honest. This is the first time I've done something like this, a reaction video. It's not my style, not really my type of thing. But fudge it, mate. I've got to put some content out there. I'm on 1,000 subscribers, mate, and I'm getting like 50 views per video. I need to do something. I need to try something. So this is what I'm doing. After every game, I'm just going to do a quick reaction video. Yeah, let me know how you feel in the comments. Let's get some discussion going. Let's get some engagement in my video so I don't just rot in hell here. Yeah, I'm speaking quite freely because I feel like no one's going to watch the video anyway. But, let's see how this one goes. Anyway, look out for the next video. It's going to be a tactical breakdown. Like, subscribe, do that thing with the bell and all that, mate. And yeah, signing off, I guess. This has been a terrible outro, but yeah. Looking forward to the next game against Chelsea. Let's just put this one behind us. And we'll see you in the tactical breakdown. Mate, I just need to stop.